To me, life is a pretty darn unique experience. So why in the world would you not take advantage of that fact? Hi, my name is Patrick Clark, and I run the blog notesintheleftmargin.com, and this is just a little video that goes along with the article. In an unusual twist, however, this video is being done totally off the cuff and before the actual article is written. I want to tell you about a little bit of an experience that I've had in the last few days. As I said, since I am alive and aware of myself, I try to take full advantage of the opportunity that life affords. Whatever those opportunities are, I try to at least investigate them and decide whether I want to go further or whether it's not my cup of tea. But I've met many people in the last couple of years who don't seem to appreciate the fact that they're alive and aware. And I'm not talking from a religious point of view. I'm an agnostic, so when I die, that's it, and I have no problems with it. So it makes life even more important because it's a time-limited event, and unlike YouTube, when they say the opportunity's over, they mean it. Anyway. As I said, I've met quite a few people in the last 2 years that they just seem to cruise through life. As a matter of fact, some of them don't like adventure, and one person told me the other day that they didn't like paperwork. And I said, how often do you have to do this particular paperwork? And he said, once every 10 years. And I kind of thought to myself, holy cow. Yeah, it's complicated stuff that he had to do, but it's once every 10 years. How can you possibly dread that? But to their way of thinking, they held on to that thought, and I was kind of flabbergasted for a moment because I expected them to say, yeah, we have to do it every month. But no, it was once every 10 years. And other people I meet, they've got new TVs and new equipment, and they want it to work like the old stuff. And you can't make new devices and new things work like the old things. And what I realized was it wasn't so much that they didn't want to use the new stuff and that it bothered them. It was they didn't want to put the thought into it of adapting to something new. And that I kind of find frightening. Because it's like, well, if you're not exploring, what are you doing? If you're not seeing what each day, what each moment can bring, then you're missing the whole point of your short little adventure. I was recently at an AGM, and I was ecstatic about the energy in the room because the people in this particular AGM understood the opportunities afforded to them. and it's 10 days before Christmas, so that added a little extra happiness and excitement to the air. But I was so glad to see that this group of people really got it. And so my question to you is, why do some people not take advantage of the tremendous opportunity of life? No life is perfect, I grant you that, and some are very painful and complicated. I also grant you that. But somewhere in that trip, there are positive opportunities, or at least opportunities that aren't painful. And it really does come down to the way you look at things. And when I point this out to people, saying, you don't have to look at it negatively. Not everything has to be a complete downer. Some things, yes, but not everything. They ultimately will find a way to make themselves miserable, but they have no desire, really, it seems, to make themselves happy, or at least comfortable with a situation. And I'm like, don't you realize that it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, that negativity breeds negativity, and by the same accord, positive thoughts, positive outlooks tend to improve one's life in ways that may be visible to other people, and ways that may be only visible to the individual. So that is my little quandary. And I would love to hear from everyone out there on the internet. What do you think? You got any input in this? What has given you value? How have you taken a negative and switched it around? Or maybe do you see a negative in being what you might consider overly positive? Anyway, let me know in the comments or on my website, notesintheLeftMargin.com. And my name is Patrick Clark, and I look forward to hearing from you all, and wishing you the best of the season and New Year's. It's almost 2026. And as I said earlier, we're a mere 10 days before Christmas. Anyway, have a good night, everyone, and let me know what you think. Bye-bye. Take care. Patrick Clark signing off for now.